Flizzlet.
They all start with pencil and paper. I create the composition that I want and put the elements where I want them to be. Now, that pencil and paper drawing is always inspired by the photos I've taken or something I've seen, so it doesn't come just straight out of my head. But that allows the artwork to be a little bit more free and less rigid. So when I start to collage the digital pieces together, it doesn't look like just a photograph. If I'm really liking how it's looking, I'll continue on with that, and sometimes it doesn't require any paint at all. And then sometimes I might get inspired to paint something more. If it's feeling too rigid, if it's feeling a little cold and needs that human touch, you know, a little bit of movement or some emotion added to it, that's when it needs that painted element. I guess my biggest fear was always becoming a landscape artist. And I think that digital photography and digital artwork really kind of helped me overcome that. Lately I've been going back into more painting than digital, but I'm doing it differently than I did before. There's more of a contemporary feel when it comes to colors and shapes, compositionally. You know, going to school to become a designer helped out a lot with those things, but being able to work digitally has really changed things quite a bit. I've been doing a lot of writing lately and trying to figure out where I want to take my work in the future, and something that kept popping into my head was something that a friend of mine is always talking about in his business, which is build something that matters. And what I came to was wildlife that is endangered in some way. Everything I make is inspired by experiences I've had in the outdoors. And it's hard for people to do road trips with me because I pull over every 5 minutes. Because I see something that, you know, is exciting or inspiring, or I see something in it. I see like an interesting composition where the sun is hitting this hill just the right way. The piece was already created, but I wanted to change it up completely. So this is kind of a special case, but what I ended up doing was sourcing a whole bunch of images of the crane and putting it together in all these different ways until I finally found a composition I was happy with. And I painted over top of the original digital piece and just left a little bit of the photography. It is really about endangered and or at-risk animals in North America. And really, honestly, it's just my way of trying to figure out how I can make a difference.